Hello, everybody. I just want to say welcome back. It is September. We are back into the flow of school and teaching and in our schedules. Today is Tuesday, September the 24th. My name is Tamron, and I'm a spiritual guide offering you free weekly tea and tarot readings each Tuesday here at 222. These readings are now being called our Moon Wisdom readings. So if you're someone who's new to me or you've known me for a long time, you'll know that I'm someone who loves to talk about what we are feeling, our emotions, and that is connected to the moon. So as women, this is our power. So each reading, each week, I'm going live to connect with where the moon is, what house it actually is in and what it represents, and how we can manage ourselves so that we can move through life a little bit more easily with a little bit more flow and grace. So even though we are going through certain challenges, ups and downs, this reading is going to guide you. And we will do a 2-card draw. So my videos each week, I'm always using Colette Baron Reid's decks. These are oracle decks, and they help to give us spiritual guidance. All right, so each week is 2, and then if you are a member of Tamron's Place, you know that you get all the additional information. So if you'd like to find out more information about that, please send me a private message. There'll be updates coming. The website is coming soon, and super exciting times. So I've been away for the past month. We had the end of summer, and then we also had the last 2 weeks where I was traveling. So I am back to the grind. I'm still looking a little bit tired, so you'll have to forgive me. However, we are going to get started. All right, so each week I'm always drinking an amazing cup of tea, my little magical elixir in my glass, and today we're experiencing a little bit of an Indian summer here in Northern Ontario, so it's actually warm outside. So I literally had to grab some iced tea, and then I added some lemon. And to be honest, I've been speaking a lot about lemon with a lot of people lately. I know at this time of year, a lot of us like to do a detox, and lemon is our best friend. So lemon helps to balance the liver. It's great. I make it in an ice cube, and then I add it to cold teas. So it adds some flavor to the teas as well. However, when we are going through challenges, the first emotion that we always experience as human beings is anger. All right. So using lemon to add lemon into a daily regimen is extremely powerful, helps us to release some of that anger, that stagnant emotion, so that we can move through with a little bit more ease and grace. So not only am I drinking this today, however, adding lemon to a daily regimen is very powerful. Remember, we are all human beings. So there might be some challenges ahead for us this week before we actually hit the new moon on Friday. So the moon is in Libra, and it's all about new beginnings. Now, I am studying to become a Vedic astrologer. I am not an astrologer, so I cannot offer you guys complete advice. However, there are some other planetary actions moving around in the sky. And so this week ahead, we are going to experience on this new moon a lot of very powerful new beginnings, and that's going to show up in relationships. It's for personal, it'll show up in business, and it represents a lot of money, all right, and abundance. So I posted that on the comment here below. So I want to make sure that we are not going to get caught up with any obstacles so that we can move forward with a little bit more ease and grace. And always remember, please feel free to send me a private message, or you can hit the book reading now on the button here on this homepage here at Tamron's Place. Okay, so let's get started on the reading. Again, I always shuffle the cards. I pull them out before I get started so we're not wasting time. So for this week ahead, the first number is number 1. All right, so if you are a numerology person or whatever, this is actually a really powerful number, and know that number 1 represents new beginnings. Okay, so the card that came up from Colette Baron Reid's deck is called Bone Collector. Now, Bone Collector, if you take a good look at this card, I'm going to throw it up on here for you in front of my face. It means that we are connected to all the elements. And when this card goes up in the challenge position, it actually represents that don't let your mind take you out. Don't let your past be your present. Okay, so what it's saying is we all have exactly what it takes to be in these new relationships. All right, so if you are feeling like some old wounds are coming up, or you're feeling like you're not enough, or you can't do something, or maybe, you know, this perfect thing is showing up for you, and then all of a sudden, you know, like, I can't do this, I can't do this. This card is to remind you, oh, yes, we can. Okay, so don't get caught up in this. All right. The second card that came up as our action step is the number 6, and it's saying mountain. So with this action step here, the mountain, I just want to remind you guys that Spirit is trying to tell us to take one step at a time. So this might be a time when something shows up that we've manifested, and I'm feeling like for a lot of us, it's going to be like a dream. Like, I can't believe this is happening. This is exactly what I've been thinking about, what I've been wanting. And so when something comes in, it literally almost might take our breath away, like, wow. So I'm going to encourage you guys not to jump the gun. All right. You know, you have what it takes to be in these new beginnings and these new relationships. However, slow and steady wins the race. You know, one step at a time. Don't just jump into something emotionally and then come back and say to yourself, oh my goodness, what did I just do? It's going to be more about, you know, look at what's being presented in front of you and then contemplate it and make the decision based on your logic and your intellect. Because if this is something you've been manifesting, it's when something shows up, I want to remind you guys to look at the underlying things. What are the values? What are the things that matter to you? And if this is what lines up for you, this is the match. Okay. So again, this is a very powerful week. I'm feeling like it's just going to be super magical for a lot of us. And again, if you are feeling that you feel blocked, if you feel like you need to say something to represent yourself so that you don't repeat those patterns of the past. If you know that maybe that was your truth, that maybe that's why you got caught up in dysfunctional or unhealthy relationships in the past, that could be something that I want to remind you that you can absolutely get through, and how to speak up for yourself with a little bit more ease and grace. And if you're finding that this is a struggle for you when this week is ahead, or when something happens for you this week, I just want to remind you to feel free to book a private 30-minute reading with me, where we can use a Zoom conference calling. We don't have to be in person, or if you are local to where it is that I am currently here in Thunder Bay, Ontario, we can book a private time to actually do a reading together. All right, so I'm a little excited about the week ahead for a lot of people. And again, the energy of this has changed, these readings, so I encourage you to come back each week. The videos are uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you are more than welcome to wait until these videos are able to be shared, so you can share them up on there as well. And I will be back here again next Tuesday live at 222 for another Moon Wisdom Intuitive reading with all of you. Cheers for now, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.